Hey there, what's up everyone? My name is Terrifiger, and welcome back to Among the Sleep. Now, I know I finished the game already. I did finish the game already, but there is still something that we haven't seen yet, and that is the museum. I'm curious to see what this is going to feature, because the game was really amazing. It's dark and oppressive atmosphere, and the forebodingness, and the fact that you're like a baby with no defensive mechanism whatsoever, you just gotta run and hide. That's what I really like in horror games. So I want to see what this is like. I don't know where I am. Oh my. Oh, hello. Hi. You're all weird and ghostly.
Hey, and welcome to Teddy's the Museum of Among the Sleep.
Okay.
Take a look around.
Thank you. I don't know what's up with you. What's this? Oh. Can I pick the songs to play? The first one I'm okay with, though. So what's this? The Art of Among the Sleep. Oh dang, it's like an art book. Is this actually something that they published? It looks like it is because there's table of contents and everything. I cannot read that. Oh my, what the heck is this thing? Ugh. Had some cool ideas. Dang. Oh, characters and creatures. Ah, the child and Teddy. The child, his head's all black. The heck? The kid's model and animations went through 3 major iterations, each bringing it up to par when we raised the bar for ourselves during production. Since you never see the kid's face, we didn't make the texture for it. The head is hidden in game, we just needed the shape of the head to cast a shadow. That makes sense. So this is literally how it would have looked in game with like the head being completely blacked out. It's kind of weird. And also the arms, is it just me or do the arms look abnormally long for a child? What? Harold? He's the first monster made for the game. I don't remember this guy. Haida? Oh, is that like the big tree lady? I think I remember her, yeah. And this guy, Heap. I remember him. Yeah, there we go. Haida, that's what he looks like. This is absolutely her. I know her. She was terrifying. That's Heap. Yep, thank you. I don't see Harold. Alright, well, enough of looking through a book. I think you guys want to actually take like a better look around this place with me, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to start off by going up here. And my speed doesn't change at all when I'm like walking up here. Can I run? There we go. Whoa! I'm sorry. What was I doing? It looked like I went very fast. What the heck? Oh. Ah! The drawings! I thought that the drawings would like get me something at the end, and I was right. Hello?
Did you know that you can collect hidden drawings throughout the game?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
If you do, they will appear here in this room.
Cool. Your dialogue kind of like lagged a bit there.
There might even be a reward if you can find them all.
I thought so. Let me see. I very clearly did not find them all, so I cannot open the chest. That's a shame. Oh well. Sometime I might do like a complete playthrough of getting them all. Okay, so I believe that when I tried running up here, I was very, very fast. So I'm gonna drop down here, stand up. Let me run. Yeah, look at me go! I'm super duper fast. Look at me go! I'm so dang fast. Hello?
The prologue was added as a free DLC a couple of months after release of the game.
Oh.
It was made in collaboration with some of our fans and made to elaborate a little bit on what went wrong with the parents' relationship. That the mother was not simply evil, but rather that relationships are tough, and neither of the parents handled it well.
Yeah, whenever relationships cause kind of a rocky road, the people in the relationship gotta handle it well. Okay, so these are assets? What? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Very black and whitish. Okay, oh! Music just started up as soon as I walked into this place. I'll just crawl through here. Another old concept piece from the year was we prototyped in the game back in school. This one from the living room shows both the moonlit mood and the general interior style of the house. We drew these types of concepts before making the house in 3D in order to get a sense of what we wanted the house to look like and to make the modeling process faster. Oh, that is creepy. This is the very first concept image for Among the Sleep. Back then, the project was a little bit different and not as clearly defined. Hence, the focus was more on the physical monsters and a more adventure game type of feel. This image was drawn from the inspiration of the exact idea that gave birth to the concept. That's cool. That's really cool. Was there dialogue like this underneath every single drawing and stuff? Art thing? Not under here. Oh, here we go. I wanted to approach the prologue chapter differently than the rest of the game by adding the environment open, making the environment open, instead of a linear path. The players are free to explore the house in the order and pace they choose themselves. Okay, cool. It's the same thing. I'll talk to you in a moment. I want to read this first. These are screenshots taken from the old house back when the project was our bachelor thesis in school. The idea behind the layout was pretty much similar, but had a few deviations from the current one. Oh. Yeah, I can see some. I see you there! I can see some of the similarities in this place. Yeah. Alright, Teddy, what do you have to say?
Oh, you're home.
Yeah, sure is.
The team wanted to start with introducing the character of the mother, as well as the mechanics of the game. Starting with the kid's birthday was a way to both introduce Teddy in the form of a gift and showing how old the kid is.
Yeah, that's a pretty clever way of doing things.
When night falls over the home is when you really start seeing the ways in which the child perceives reality while scared. A large part of the game is based on how children see and interpret what's happening around them.
Can't remember what I did as a child. If I was like scared of stuff like this, if I was easily intimidated, I don't remember. It's too far back. I know that I'm certainly not now. One of our initial concept images, we think it communicates the premise of the game really well. Not in-your-face scary or threatening, but the eerie atmosphere created by combining innocent children's themes and the unsettling dark. Yeah, that's top-notch. That's the kind of stuff that I like a lot. Alright, what's in here? Ooh, nice bridge. An early idea for this chapter was that it would feel like a surreal in-between world where you could see other dimensions through openings in walls, and bits of them would seep in. What on earth? That is not at all what happened. We scrapped that idea and focused more on the rather lonely and creepy elements of playgrounds, wanting to communicate that the kid had traumatizing memories of being left alone in the playground and subject to the terror of older kids. I did kind of get that vibe when I was going through that chapter. Alright. Jeez, even this area of the museum is freaking me out. Teddy, what do you have to say?
The playground.
Yeah! I remember that place. It was nerve-wracking.
There's something walking around here, but you never see it. The passive threat keeps you on your toes, and at the same time creates the illusion that you might be safe for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure very much if you were going to be a good guy or a bad guy by the end, but when you take on that tone of voice, it kind of leads me to, geez, stop breathing so fast, you freaking demonic. This thing is breathing really loudly. These are examples of another technique that we used quite often. We take screenshots of the environments and our concept artist draws details and effects, like lighting on top of them. This is a cheap way to find how we want the visuals to end up before we start to produce assets. Oh, very good. Early sketches of different ideas of layout, environment, details, and lighting. Let's take a look. Ah, for the playground I see, so there's still the owls there. I see. It did turn out very good. I can sense like bits and pieces of the entire thing being in a cave. That's what it ended up being. There wasn't any daylight up ahead. Just caverns and lots of roots, which looked like tentacles. Yeah, this looks like a more complete shot of like the entire thing from up above. Alright, so yeah, I'm done at the playground now. Let's, oh no, I'm not done, am I? Or maybe I am. Oh no, I am done. This is the other place. This is the place where I met Haida. What does this say? The stump tunnel was unwrapped in ZBrush. Never again. Let's say we're happy a lot of the game is dark. Oh, the stump tunnel. Oh yeah, so here... Also, are they saying that it didn't turn out too well? I think it turned out fine. Don't sell yourself short, guys. Okay, Teddy?
This is the forested home. It's a crumbling home that's slowly rotting away into the water and trees.
My computer is on fire. I gotta turn on my fan.
The
Okay.
house here is a symbol of the family and home falling apart.
Oh.
The bloated creature inhabiting it is how the kid sees his mother when she's drinking and full of sorrow.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that from, like, the whole ending shot with the kid in the spotlights. To begin with, this world was supposed to change form as a result of the puzzles being solved. It would go from a house being just slightly overgrown in places to being completely overgrown and rotted away. That would have been cool. There were a bunch of narrative and gameplay reasons for abandoning this idea, but equally important was the fact that it would require us to build two fully separate environments, easily doubling the workload, so we settled on a static mix of these states instead. That's okay. I mean, it would have been cool to see the entire thing changing, becoming more dilapidated and broken down. But, what you settled with is fine, too. Concepts showing both mood and the idea of the forest consuming the house. Okay, yeah, here. I want us to take a look at this. This looks very reminiscent of the level with Heap in it. That is not okay. Those eyes peering like a crocodile overhead, I don't like that. That's very dilapidated. That's not too dilapidated. It's kind of dilapidated. Well, pretty cool. Are there even more here? These are some of the first concepts, trying out the idea of a transformation in the environment. The map showing before and after. Okay. I saw like some of the images on the picture frames like changing. Does that yeah, like these ones are changing. Does that mean that they're gonna change if I wait long enough on it? Oh, wait a second. Oh, there's a big bear over here. That would have been freaky to see. Oh yeah, big house with a tree growing in it, and then just like no wall. And then it just kind of, and then the floor kind of like transitions into the ground. I like that. Visuals like that would have been cool. Oh, and I see this. I see this. This is like this, then this, then this, then this. You can see like how it's getting more and more dilapidated as it goes on. Like visuals like that would have been really cool to see. Because I do like that about how stuff like changes subtly and you don't notice it until like later on. What about this? Oh my, that's a lot of... I can't read that. I gotta climb up. Hold on a second. Okay, ooh. Hello there. Very poorly textured night doll, it looks like. Another take on the puzzle was to untangle an armor from the roots blocking the door. Oh, that's what that thing is. I see, okay. These images are concept sketches from the painting room, the central hub where you place the puzzle pieces that you find throughout the third chapter. Initially, the idea was to use a golden egg or other artifact to get through a magical door. The players first had to solve a puzzle that would transform the environment of the whole area from a house to a forest so that they could get a hold of the egg that was previously too high for the child to reach. That's pretty clever. It would have required a lot more work, but it's pretty clever. A further iteration of the painting room where solving the puzzle was leading to leading to the chandelier, falling and breaking the floor open into a huge chasm, leading to the players being able to obtain the golden egg. During creating this, we took a few steps back and saw that this whole sequence wasn't based on a child's experiences and was feeling more like a generic puzzle for an adventure game. Therefore, this idea also ended up in the bin. Well, a chandelier falling and breaking the floor open, like, that's talking about a chandelier on the ceiling. I bet that they could have reworked that into some kind of like traumatic experience where the kid nearly got hit, where where a chandelier in the house fell and the kid nearly got hit by it but didn't. But like that could have been like reliving the initial terror that he felt at that moment. I don't know. I'm just saying, it could have been done. When the scene was white boxed in the general layout is set, we do rough black and white sketches or paint overs to articulate the areas in a bit more detail. I am yawning. I'm sorry. Been speaking too much. Since the mood, style, and assets are more or less defined by earlier concepts, we don't need to spend time coloring. From here, we usually iterate within the scene and only draw examples when we need to. That's cool. That's pretty cool. To begin with, oh, no, I already read that. Okay, now we're in this place. We're in the level with Heap. A key element of this chapter was the claustrophobic feeling of narrow hallways covered with closet doors. I felt that, and being trapped within these. We wanted to have lots of different objects everywhere that could play tricks in your perception of them in dim lighting. Don't really think that happened to me too much, but okay. The Star Door has always been a central part of this chapter, and has adapted and changed along the way with the many iterations of layout and other changes made during production. Cool. What is... I don't know what this is, but it looks neat. More paint overs of screenshots to figure out how we wanted the visuals to end up. These are made after implementing simple white box geometry of the level. Neato. Oh, I remember this thrusty doodad. Hi there.
For each world the player goes through, the environment illustrates more and more the jumbling together of memories. And this place is a direct illustration of that mess.
Is it now?
Most prominently, it's framed by the memory the child has from trying to hide in closets or any nook it can find.
That makes sense. That does indeed make sense, Mr. Teddy.
The monster in this place represents the mother when she is angry.
Oh.
It comes out when the kid is making a mess.
I see. That's, concerning. I mean, it makes sense that it represents a mother, but I think at first... I don't know, I played this game a long time ago for my channel, so I think that I had thought that it was like, that it represented the dad or something, because the figure seemed too big and hulking to be the mom. I don't know. Nothing's out to get me in here, is it? The game's not going to throw a surprise like that. Most things in the game have changed a lot from the beginning of development, but one idea that persisted from when we started playing this chapter was a hallway with flickering lights where a coat would appear and reappear in the distance. Here seen with an early concept, 2 blockout phases, and the final. Okay. Oh, I see that. Ah. Oh, is that the final? I can barely make out the coat at that distance. It's too shadowy. Oh, here's some more stuff. At one point during development, there was plans to have a boss battle with Heap, the coat monster found in this chapter. The child was supposed to be trapped in a room with it and had to remain hidden while solving a puzzle to be able to escape. That would have been neat. A boss battle in this game. This game doesn't have any boss battles, and that would have been a neat thing to see. Oh, no. Sorry, I already read that. I was about to read that again. What about this? What is this place? Oh, wait a second. No. Am I backtracking? No, I'm backtracking. I want to go in here. Okay. What? I'm sorry, what in the world? You have some explaining to do, Teddy.
Oh, there you have me.
Yeah?
Old me. As now I'm just a floaty version in your memory, of course. Also, here are all the characters in Among the Sleep, old and new. Some are not used, and some are hard to see because of the various tricks and lighting we did to obfuscate them.
Okay. Does this say anything more? It does. Now, this one is an old relic. The story, and particularly how the game ended, was very different in the early days of production. Back then, Teddy was the antagonist of the game. Yes, that's what I suspected could be the case. The story was that the broken family situation made the child vulnerable, and an evil entity, a monster, disguised as a friendly teddy bear, took advantage of this by tricking the child onto a dangerous adventure far away from home. During production, we realized that we had the choice to either make a typical and predictable horror story, or to focus all the attention on the family situation. Serious topics like these aren't much talked about in video games, and we felt compelled to make a creative game around this as we saw the potential to make a much more meaningful story. We scrapped this idea along with the whole chapter, and did huge reworks to many parts of the game to make it all come together more neatly. Yeah, that is cool. Like, as cool as a monster this thing would have been, it would have kind of been predictable for, like, the Teddy to end up being, like, the evil monster behind it all. And, jeez, that is just nightmare fuel. That is just nightmare fuel, with his head, like, tilting to the side and then the monster just leaking out of it. As I have said before, his voice did have a sinister edge to it. So if he were to show up as the main villain of the story, I would not have been surprised. The mom, I was surprised, and I'll check her out in a moment. Oh my! Is it just me or he's glowing? He's kind of glowing, I wonder why. Designing Teddy was a key moment of narrowing down the style. Having a very democratic process to begin with, we all voted for the Teddy we liked best and ended up with a look that was fairly close to the current one. We wanted Teddy to feel like a cozy, warm, and friendly companion, almost grandfather-like, while hinting at the fact that this was the father's beloved Teddy that he had kept patched up and taken care of from his childhood. I like that. I do not like this, though. Okay, now, do they say yes, it says stuff. Codename Harold was the first monster we created for the game. This was way back when the overall direction was skewed towards a more adventure game. As seen in the very first concept Durag made for the project, Harold was intended to be a physical monster in the first chapter. This worked well as a proof of concept in the demo we made, but during production we realized that it really takes time to build suspense, which is crucial in making monsters feel appropriate and impactful. So this is him, huh? He literally has no texture at all. It's not even just a black texture. This is like the head of my child character. It's just completely black with no texture whatsoever. And this thing actually does kind of look familiar. I think I did see it in like the very first chapter, like in a flash of lightning. I did see some kind of shadowy figure. Was it this guy? I don't know. There's Heap though. Oh, and he's moving too, and she's moving too. It's panting. Okay. Nice little insignia. Oh, that's not an insignia, that's a button. This is Heap, the co-monster found in the 4th chapter. The whole idea of the chapter is how scary ordinary objects can be in certain situations when you don't see them clearly. We think everyone can relate to having seen the silhouette of something in a dark room and gradually becoming more and more terrified as our imagination does its magic. We applied this directly to the monster when designing it and decided to use code, as it very much resembles the shape of a person or humanoid creature. That it does. That it does. Ooh! This one looks odd. I am cute. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, wait a second. Does this one have a cardboard box for a head? That would have been neat. Okay, it's pretty generic. Oh my, this thing really does look like a Heap. Very cool monster. And here is Haida. Ooh. Her feet are all rooty. And her hands are huge, and her thumb is kind of bent backwards. Eh. Like the way your hair moves, too. Neat. Okay. Haida is a swamp monster found in the 3rd chapter of the game. We wanted to build a creature around the themes of what might be hiding in forest lakes, which is very related to eerie folklore and children's stories we were told growing up. This also allowed us to touch on the themes of alcohol without being too obvious about it. We did this in indirect ways, like the painting of a woman drinking from the well and turning into a monster, and giving it a lot of gurgling and wet breathing sounds. Yeah. I see that now. The woman drinking from the well and turning into a monster. That's a pretty good subtle way of showing it, actually. Yeah, she was pretty darn freaky. That lady was pretty darn freaky. And here's the mom. Hello. That happened right as I ran in, and I don't know what happened. Was it this thing? The heck is that? Why is this thing in the list of monster areas? What are these things? I'll get to all of you in a moment, but hello? The mother was one of the first characters that we designed. Her 3D model was remade and tweaked a few times, but overall, she has remained very similar throughout the entire production. The blueprint and model renders is how she looked when it was still a school project. The goal of her design was always to find a look of loving kindness and care for her. Despite her personality transformation and neglect, she never stopped loving her child. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, nice naked shot of the butt there. Different hairstyles for her too. Neat. Very neat. And then that's the finished product. Does she still have a nice butt? Yeah, you bet she does. Okay, now what the heck are all of these things? Teddy gun? What is sleep? What on earth? What on earth? Do you have a name? What worlds do these rejected creatures inhabit? I don't know! It's really freaking weird. It's like a rabbit mouse of some sort. Pretty cute, though. This is the weird thing I saw at the beginning. These are all creatures that were designed very early in production. There wasn't a sudden decision to cut these from the game. They all naturally phased out as we gradually shifted the game's genre from an adventure game with horror elements into what the game is today, which is kind of the exact opposite. Yeah, these things would have worked very well for an adventure game, but like a kid wielding a gun, that's kind of weird. I don't know what this is. Oh, probably just some props or something. Oh my. Is that Teddy but with like horns? He looks like a dragon. On Earth? One idea for Teddy was that he could equip items that granted him abilities. Some of those were a dragon mask that made him breathe fire, a sword he could fight with, a mage's head gave him spells, and a wristband of great strength. Is that where he got the ability to, like, you squeeze him and then he makes light? Possibly. Okay, I don't know what the heck this thing is. Is this... Oh my gosh. Huge freaking furnace monster. What in the world? The core concept of the furnace monster Hans was similar to that of Heap. We wanted to create something terrifying out of an ordinary object. A child might see glowing eyes and a huge mouth in the front part of a wood furnace, so we exaggerated this bit and made the whole furnace become alive. Jeez. Ah, and this place. Anything to say about this place? Dialogue? No, but we do have screenshots. So what have you got to say, Teddy?
Ah, my favorite place. I felt we really connected here, you know? A bit of a breather between the various bad, nightmarish worlds we went to. Also, I was able to talk a lot here, as elsewhere the developers were concerned about keeping the tension up and didn't want me to say too many things.
That's a good idea.
Also, I kind of get quiet when scared, so it's okay and all, but I liked best the times we had to catch up.
As I imagine you would. As I imagine you would. Okay, so when I was over here, there's like a little area to like crawl through. What else was over here? Is there more stuff? Reverse environments reflected more of an adventure, or quest, exploring an ominous and threatening world, yet more whimsical. Is this a big rock monster? So this really was going to be more of an adventure game, but then they turned it into a full-on horror game. Well, I do like that. I do like this horror direction that it took. I feel like it would work a lot better. A world that was cut before it did anything more than concepts and a rough white box blockout was a life-size dollhouse with a myriad of creepy dolls stalking you in the dark. That would have been cool for a horror concept. Oh, that is not okay. Yeah, a concept like that would have worked really well with me because I actually legitimately am scared of dolls. I think it's because of all the haunted doll videos I've seen on YouTube. That has a ... so okay. Behold, behind the house was a forest. The forest led to a meadow, the meadow into a thorny jungle with odd one-eyed monkey-looking things out to get you if you didn't stay in the light of luminescent mushrooms. I saw those in the rejected creature monster models. Under the forest waited an underworld of tunnels made by giant worms and great halls of crystals guarded by rock giants. Oh. So if I go control to crawl, then I end up here. Oh, what on earth?
This is the reveal. This is where you see your mother for what she is, and the player gets to connect the various monsters and sights through the game.
Yeah. I remember that. It was a pretty powerful moment. Oh, sorry, didn't expect to phase right through you. What is all this? Yes, please let the scene brighten up. Because I want to see what all of this is. Oh dear. I don't know what this is. Oh wait, that's the monster! That's the monster! Oh, that was the thing that was coming out of Teddy's neck. I don't know what all this is, but this is a weird looking place. Is this more stuff that got scrapped? This elevator is an example of sadly wasted time since we scrapped everything. It is designed to be a fully functioning steam-powered elevator, in theory at least, sorry. These are concepts that showcase the mood and feel of what we wanted the last chapter of Among the Sleep to look like. So, very steampunky, I guess. Very, very steampunk factory-like. The core idea was brass and bronze pipes and tubes, lit up by fires on a rocky surface surrounded by complete pitch-black darkness and void. There's also supposed to be a lot of machinery leading up to the old ending where the child would end up in a cauldron, deceived and tricked by the evil antagonist. What? That's a pretty dark ending. Old sketches for layout and structure of the scrapped 6th chapter. Huh. Oh, the one with like all the metal pipes and stuff? So, ooh. Having to like climb up all the way? Void structure, ugh. Okay, yeah, Teddy, wanna fill me in some more?
Originally, the chase for the mom was a MacGuffin. You did not really find her, and the monsters used her to lure you further into the dreamlands. And we struggled for some time to make sense of this story, especially the playtesters were confused as the story ended without you seeing your mom again.
Hmm. Well, that's horrifically sad. But I wonder what the ending was like. Okay, hold on. There's like 2 ways to go here. Oh, hold on. No, that way is darker. I'm concerned about that. Crap, I'm actually starting to get scared now. This whole place is darkened up and it's not lighting up again. Oh, here we go. Phew. Okay, what is this? Oh, is this... Am I looping back? Am I looping back? Yeah, I'm looping back. Okay. So hold on. What was the other way? The darker way? I want to go there again because it looked like that way was leading up to an end game of some sort. What does all this steam-powered, copper-filled, steampunky nonsense relate to, you ask? Well, proceed to see the old ending of Among the Sleep.
Now here is something truly special.
Oh. Yes?
Want to see what the game almost was at some point?
Yes, I do.
This is an old version of the story's conclusion, and it's been something we have not shown anybody except a few testers in the early days. You might say here, I got to have more fun than in the original ending. Come in and see.
Sure thing. Sure thing, I will do right that. So what, I just gotta click on this? No, I just walk right up to it. Okay. Oh. Oh dear, I can kind of walk. I can't... Can I crawl through this? No, I can't. It looks like I can, though. Ugh. This place is pretty foreboding. Oh. Hi, is that you, Teddy? Yeah, that's Teddy. Hey, buddy. You look like you're, like, cranking something, but there's no crank. Okay. I'm not even being lifted here by anything. I just kind of floated here. Coming back over here, Teddy? Oh, is he there? Yeah, he's there. I saw like flashes of him over here, and now he's not over there anymore. Okay. That's pretty dark imagery up there. The little, stuffed animals. I never saw those before, though, so I don't know. Oh! Hi, you just appeared there. Hi! Whoa! You're limping over with your arm outstretched and your head like your neck broken or something. Ugh. Hey there. Hello. Oh. Ick. Ick. Oh, ick. Oh, ick!
Much better.
Oh, that is very scary. I cannot move. I think I'm trapped in... I think I'm trapped in here. Oh, now I can move. That's the corpse of Teddy, yeah. Yes? Oh, he's hanging him up there. Are these like disguises that he used for other children?
Oh, yes. Extraordinary.
I don't feel comfortable about this at all. And also, why wasn't your mouth moving?
Round and round and round.
So, you're gonna cook me.
Places go in.
Oh, those are the memories!
5 little animals live on a steep, steep hill. A snail that dreams of climbing trees. but never will.
Thank goodness for the subtitles, otherwise that scream wouldn't have...
Hippo, whose gummies are red, and her best friend Seagull, lying lifeless and dead.
That's... nice poem, buddy.
And now, for the main ingredient.
Now your mouth is moving. What's the main ingredient? Is it me?
You did very well. I will enjoy you very much.
Oh yeah, it's me. My vision is all... Can't move the mouse. So that's what it is. He's only catching me just so he can cook me up and eat me. I mean, he's really thin, so I would imagine he'd need to. So that's just the way that it ended before? Is that really the way that it ended before? Can't... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was it. Well! With that, I think we've come to the end of, this tour and look back of how things used to be in Among the Sleep. Or the design process. I like the feel of this place better though, so I'm gonna just end the video in this area. And I didn't actually like read the entire book because there were like a lot of pages in there, a lot of dialogue that was like really tiny and I could barely see it. But some of the pictures I saw, like the designs of the areas and the characters, like they still showed up as paintings on the wall. So I was able to get those in more detail and I could show you guys. So that was the museum. My goodness, I did not know that the game was gonna originally be more like an adventure game, but that's kind of cool. I am glad that they turned into the more horror direction, and at the same time, I also do like that they changed the ending. Because while that ending is pretty chilling and very dark and messed up, it's also kind of predictable. It's kind of like the predictable kind of horror ending where the companion turns out to be evil and he just wants to like cook you up and eat you. That's seems kind of like predictable, kind of cliched horror stuff to me. I don't know. It's just the way I see it. But with him like staying as your protagonist and then the kid's mother actually being the real, not evil, I guess, because the museum said that she wasn't really evil. But yeah, it was able to tell a more heartfelt story. That where like as he got closer to the end and then when everything got revealed at the end, it ended up just becoming more tragic, I guess. I don't really know what to say. It was a really good game. And it was taking directions that I haven't seen other games do very much. But then again, I haven't played like too many games. I'm sure there's probably other ones out there that took more darker directions. The Binding of Isaac took directions that other games dared not. But that's it for the museum level. So, the link to the game, Among the Sleep, is in the description below. Play it, try it out for yourself, see if you can collect all the drawings, because I didn't, but that's okay. I don't know what I would have gotten. It's kind of wonder that. Maybe I'll go through the entire game and then get some more. And some of the stuff in there, like the big furnace monster, and then those 5 stuffed animals, I didn't know what they were. Maybe there was something for that prologue level? Because when I went into the chapter select, above the level museum there was prologue, and I didn't click on it because I assumed it would be some kind of just cutscene or something. But I didn't think it was going to be like an actual full chapter. But, I don't know. Anyways, though, so interesting look back. Still really loved the game. It was interesting to see what went on behind the scenes. I'm glad it changed from what it started out as into what it is today. And thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.